Have you ever stopped for a moment and thought about how fast time flies? One day, you're a kid running around with your friends. The next, you're busy with work, responsibilities, and deadlines. Before you know it, years have passed. And then you look back and wonder, where did all that time go? Life is short. Sometimes, painfully short. And if we don't learn how to spend our time wisely, we risk reaching the end of our lives filled with regrets instead of memories. Today, let's talk about one of the most important lessons of life: how to spend your time with your friends and family, and why relationships are the greatest investment you can ever make. Message setup: why time matters. We all have one thing in common. No matter who you are, where you're from, or what you own, you only get 24 hours in a day. You can earn back money, you can replace possessions, you can rebuild a career. But time, once it's gone, it never comes back. Think about it. Every day that passes is one less day you have to laugh with your best friend, to hug your parents, to play with your children, to sit at the table with people you love. Yet so often, we waste those days chasing things that don't truly matter. We spend hours scrolling on our phones, or we keep telling ourselves, I'll call them tomorrow, I'll visit them next week. But sometimes, tomorrow never comes. Lesson 1. Time is more valuable than money. Many people spend their lives working endlessly, believing that the more money they make, the happier they'll be. But here's the truth. Nobody lies on their deathbed wishing they spent more time in the office. They wish for more dinners with family, more holidays with their kids, more late-night conversations with their friends. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy love. It cannot buy laughter. It cannot buy the warmth of someone who truly cares about you. Time is life's real currency, and how you spend it defines who you are. Lesson 2. Relationships are the core of happiness. There's a famous study from Harvard that lasted over 75 years. Researchers followed hundreds of people through their entire lives. Do you know what they found was the key to happiness and long life? It wasn't wealth. It wasn't fame. It wasn't success. The answer was simple: close, loving relationships. People who invested their time in family and friendships lived healthier, longer, and happier lives. Meanwhile, those who were isolated and disconnected, even if they had money, often felt empty and lonely. Think about your happiest memory. Chances are, it wasn't about buying something. It was about sharing something. A meal, a laugh, a trip, a silly inside joke. Happiness multiplies when shared. That's why your friends and family aren't just people in your life. They are the very reason life feels worth living. Lesson 3. The pain of regret. Let me share something that might hit hard. Nurses who take care of patients in their final days often hear the same regrets over and over. One of the top regrets people share before they die is this: I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. Nobody says, I wish I worked more overtime. Nobody says, I wish I bought more things. What people regret is missing birthdays, missing dinners, missing simple moments because they were too busy chasing something else. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing the people you love most barely got your attention. That is a pain you don't want to feel, and the only way to avoid it is to act now. Lesson 4. How to spend your time wisely. So, how do we make sure we're spending our time in ways that matter? Here are some simple but powerful ways. Call your loved ones. Even a 5-minute call can brighten someone's whole day. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Just call. Eat together. Dinner at the table, even once a week, creates memories stronger than any material gift. Make small traditions. Maybe it's a Sunday walk, a monthly game night, or an annual trip. Traditions create anchors in your memory. Be fully present. When you're with your friends or family, put the phone down. Don't just be there physically, be there emotionally. Celebrate the little things. You don't need big occasions to spend time together. Ordinary days become extraordinary when shared. Analogy: The jar of life. Picture your life as a big glass jar. You have rocks, pebbles, and sand to fill it with. The rocks are the big, important things: family, health, close friends. The pebbles are your job, school, and goals. The sand is all the little distractions, social media, random arguments, things that don't truly matter. If you pour the sand first, there's no space left for the rocks. But if you place the rocks in first, you can always fit the pebbles and sand around them. The lesson: if you don't make time for the people who truly matter, your jar will be full of meaningless things, and the important ones won't fit. Emotional reminder: the clock is ticking. Here's something most people forget. You only get about 4,000 weeks in an average lifetime. That's it. And each week that passes is one you can never get back. Your parents won't always be around. Your children won't always be young. Your friends won't always live nearby. Every moment is precious, and every second counts. So don't wait for the right time to spend time with them. The right time is always now. Conclusion: call to action. Life is short. Too short to waste on endless distractions, meaningless stress, and shallow pursuits. The people you love are your true wealth. They are the reason your life has meaning. So, spend your time wisely. Call that friend you haven't spoken to in months. Hug your parents a little tighter. Tell your family you love them. Start today, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. In the end, it won't be the cars you drove or the gadgets you owned that matter. It will be the laughter, the hugs, the conversations, and the memories. That's what makes life beautiful. So remember, life is short.